Hey there, Amplifiers. I'm excited to have another episode of Growth Amplifiers. And today I am joined by Gabbie Kelly. Gabbie Kelly is the co-founder of WEM. She is a profit strategist and cash management coach. She helps mom business owners increase profit and take the six-figure salary they deserve. Gabbie has a passion for people and their success, and she is ready to take on the world together with her clients. Welcome to the show, Gabbie.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Well, I'm excited to talk about you from the second that I saw your LinkedIn profile, learned a little bit about you. I knew I had to have you on the show. So I'm real excited to dive into the conversation. For our audience, can you take a moment and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit more about you and your business?
Sure. Thank you. And thanks for having me. I am an accountant by trade. I started in public accounting, doing financial audits, telling a lot of companies what they might be doing wrong, which never really sat well with me, and made the move to corporate accounting. And throughout those years, I had my children and always felt like I was battling against culture and judgment and bias and people underestimating the power and confidence and knowledge and commitment, all of those value words, the value of moms in the workplace. And so during COVID, I decided to take a break and took a step back and did some part-time consulting with tech clients who needed some fractional CFO help. And during that process, I realized that I missed the client relationship that I used to have. I would consider that one of my favorite parts of being a business owner who serves clients is getting to know people and getting to know more people across the United States and farther now that we're a technology-driven what's the word I'm looking for? Now that we're basically all on Zoom, right? Being able to be connected more and quicker and easier allows us to create relationships all over the world. And so during that process, we were searching for a niche. I connected with my business owner, and we wanted to be able to help a portion of business owners that really could make a huge impact. And we found that women, and specifically mom business owners, like I was talking about before, are underserved, undervalued, and the way that moms connect is pretty instant. And so our focus is on helping them grow their business and feel confident doing so.
Well, you mentioned relationships, and that's really important when you're working with someone, that you find someone that you can have a great relationship with. And it's funny how many business owners I've met and said, who is it that you enjoy working with the most? And they're like, I work with anybody. But really, you need to be able to identify who that is, because otherwise it's not enjoyable for you to come into the office and work with people. And I think it's really great that you've been able to find that niche of that type of person that you enjoy working with, those women business owners. Is there anything specific about those types of women business owners where, certain qualities that they have that you feel you gravitate towards the most?
For sure. We love working with action takers who might be a little bit nerdy. They probably have had their business for a few years. They might have had to hire contractors or a small team, and they're committed to their success. They understand the value of hiring experts and coaches in order to speed up the process of getting to where they want to be. And those women and moms are the ones who really take off in their business. And so we love seeing that, supporting them, and love making sure that they have a plan for their profitability and ensuring that they're paying themselves what they deserve during that time. And so that's really key to our coaching service.
I love that. I love the descriptor, action takers and ones that are a little bit nerdy. So that's something that people can be like, hey, that's me.
Right.
So when you're working with these business owners, what are some of the challenges that you see that they're coming to you with?
Well, hopefully we all know, but there are statistics out there that talk about 25% of businesses fail in the first year, 50% in 2 years, 80% in 5. And the way we see it is you can't continue your business without cash, whether that's outside funding. In our prior lives as fractional CFOs, we worked a lot with VC-backed businesses and helping them fundraise. Now, our ideal client now is not necessarily VC-backed. They're bootstrapped, homegrown, doing this to provide for their family, to help with the family finances because it's a passion of theirs. And so we want to make sure there's a plan for their cash and for paying themselves what they deserve in order to be a contributor to their family finances, whether that's all on them or not. And the biggest thing that we see as a challenge is nobody talks about this. We know the statistics are out there, but nobody wants to talk about their finances until it's part of their success story, until they're making $1 million a year or a month. And we want to start to normalize that there is a journey. We're all on that journey. And if you're only hearing about the successes, you're not going to hear about the 28 million other companies, small businesses that are doing this as well. And so there's a lot of coaches and out there focusing on sales or marketing, which we use too. We use sales and marketing coaches to help us, because as accountants, that we're not marketing savvy, but we want to make sure that during that path to success, there's a plan in place to manage cash, and cash can go up and down. And we don't want to be reactive to that. We want to make sure we're making the long-term business decisions that are needed in order to create the longevity and success in our clients' businesses.
That's excellent. And I totally agree. So many business owners, I don't know if they have their head in their sand, where they don't know their numbers, or they just don't want to look at it. But there's no way that you can improve if you don't understand your numbers and be able to track those. So for those business owners that maybe haven't been paying attention to those numbers, what's a specific action that they could take today to maybe take the first step forward so that they could start to understand those numbers or start to get that picture of what their cash flow is?
Sure. Our first step in what we help our clients with is starting with your personal financial goals. Until you know what you need from your business, we can't design a plan in order for your business to serve you. And so the first step is the personal financial goals. Our second step is identifying where you are in your business right now. What are you spending your money on? What is your business spending its money on? And then creating a plan from there to get to your targets. And so, yes, we can all want 6-figure salaries, $1 million a month. But unless we have a plan and action steps, we don't know if what we're doing is going to achieve our goals, and we're not able to measure progress towards those goals. And so without a plan in place, we're making those reactive decisions day to day during our normal operating habits. And before we started recording, we were talking about fire drills. In corporate, we used to call them fire drill Fridays because it always happened to be on a Friday when everybody was trying to leave. And so fire drills always happen when you're running your own business. Unexpected things always happen. We want to make sure we have systems and processes in place that somebody is able to take a step back and say, okay, this is my plan and this is what's happening. How do I readjust? What is going to make sense according to my plan now that this has happened? And so having all of that gives you more information to be a better business owner and make better business decisions.
Hey there, this is Kenny from Growth Amplifiers, here to ensure you get your awesome ideas into action to grow and improve your business and achieve your full potential. Take the first step by visiting growthamplifiers.com and clicking the Start Here button. Take the assessment to get your personalized score. Then select from free resources to learn how to improve your score. Don't wait. Be proactive and take action now by visiting growthamplifiers.com and clicking the Start Here button. And always keep on amplifying. Now, let's get back to the show.
When you were explaining your process of how you work with clients, it really reminded me of one of our favorite books, which is Disciplines of Execution, where you have that wildly important goal. Then you have those lead actions, what are the things that you're doing on a daily basis, and then ensuring that you have a scorecard. So those metrics that you're looking at, those cash flow, and then ultimately having accountability. So are you actually doing what you say you're going to do? Is that something you also help your clients with, that accountability and those other elements?
For sure. We like to call ourselves accountability coaches, as well as part of our many hats that we wear to help serve our clients. And like I said before, the only way to know if you're on the right path towards your goals is to measure your progress towards that path with your action plan. And creating the systems and processes in place and support systems. Like, when we talk about systems and processes, it can be very vague, but included in that is support systems, which can be accountability, which can be even talking about your goals with your friends and family, obviously hiring a coach like us, and creating an environment of awareness. You were talking about if we don't know our numbers, we can't improve them. And during our whole process, we're helping our clients see better without fear of judgment. And talking about numbers and money in our culture is taboo. There's lots of shame and vulnerability around that, especially as a woman in finance. And so not only are we bringing that clarity to our clients, but we're creating a safe place, an environment of compassion in order to talk about these things. And that is our secret to our clients' success and really pushing forward and breaking through these walls that are holding them in.
I think that's great. There's so many business owners, it's already a very lonely life as an entrepreneur, as a business owner. And then the fact that you can't really speak about so many things like your business finances, you really feel like you're on an island. So I think that's great that you and your team are helping people kind of get rid of that stigma and, open up the ability for people to talk about that. Would you mind sharing a story of someone that you've helped along their journey and how you've helped them be able to overcome that challenge?
Sure. We have one client. She helps copywriters start their own freelance business. And during this process, I talked about a little bit before about being nerdy. She had done her own personal budgeting, set out her goals each month, and then never looked at it again. And so although it was a goal of hers, she wanted the awareness She wanted to achieve the goals. She was doing the things that she was capable of at that time. We only have so much bandwidth, mental capacity to juggle all the balls that we're trying to keep in the air as business owners, as humans with relationships, as moms and parents and caretakers, as being part of society and families. She knew that this was something that she needed. She was doing the things at the beginning of the month to set her up, but wasn't able to follow through. And so when we started helping her, we were able to bring the accountability, like you were talking about. We were able to help collect and provide the summarized or detailed information so she could better make decisions. And then she felt like she could conquer all those things that you don't want to talk about as a business owner, like debt, both in your business and personally, and other goals of your life, maybe saving for a wedding, saving for a house. All of those personal goals directly relate to your business finances and vice versa. And so if those are part of your personal goals, we have to make sure that your business is set up in a way that's going to help you achieve those goals. And so we've been able to work with her to get her plan in place to pay off her debt, to buy a house, to pay for her wedding. And she is halfway done each of those goals, but is able to see every time that she looks at it, where she is on that path. And so that clarity is the first gift that we help give our clients.
I love that, because many people say the biggest fear is the unknown. And when you don't understand your numbers, obviously you're going to have a lot of fear, but having that clarity of what you have, and many times it may be that they have more than they expected, is a great confidence builder because they see, hey, this is actually working for me. And it almost builds that momentum for them. So I really appreciate what you've been able to do for your clients there. Yeah. Gabbie, if there's someone listening right now and they're a mom business owner and is excited, they're a little bit nerdy, and they are an action taker, how can they reach out to you? What's the first step for them connecting with you?
Directly, Gabbie@WEM.co. I answer all of my emails, and I love getting on, we call them mom coffee chats. Just an informal way to connect with other business owners, whether that's to help them, to point them in a different direction if we think that right now might not be the right time, or just to connect with another business owner and welcome them into our network. We also have a free training and webinar out there on our website at WEM.co. Really simple, WEM.co. And also on LinkedIn, if you search Gabbie Kelly, CPA, you will find me as well. But yeah, like I said, the most enjoyable part of my job right now, besides helping my clients with their success, is just getting to meet new people and hear about their journeys.
That's incredible. Well, I appreciate it, Gabbie. Excited to have you on the show. And if you're listening right now, make sure that you visit Gabbie's website, take advantage of her coffee chat and her resources, and make sure you connect with Gabbie. Thanks for being on the show, Gabbie.
Thanks, Manny.
To show your support, take a moment to amplify this message by sharing it online. To connect with me or gain more business growth insights, visit www.growthamplifiers.com. Thank you for your support.